I was reading this book, Too Big to Fail, by Andrew Ross Sorkin. This book is about the great economic crisis that happened in the year of 2008. I have almost read like 30 to 40 pages, and so far, the base is the author is trying to create the foundation, the events prior to the main crisis. So it's a very interesting book. As I work in the financial sector, for me, I was aware of some basic information about the crisis, but I wanted to know deeply that what really happened, because right now we are in a world where you can say that there are still some similarities with 2008, but it's also very different. Like it doesn't look at all like 2008. So that's the reason that I picked this book up and thought of, like, let's see what I will gain from that. But let me tell you something. I was almost sleeping. I turned off the light and thought of sleeping, and suddenly an idea came to my mind. And now that's a very interesting idea. Probably you are aware of the sayings that if someone is born poor, that person doesn't need to die poor. It's in their hands, and if someone still dies poor, then it's the fault of that person. That's the cliche that we have. That's the general idea that has been conditioned to everyone, and it's somehow restricted our understanding. I am proposing something different here, and I believe, like, I must have gathered this idea from some source that I am unable to recollect. But if my idea is that if everybody is born rich and dies poor, then that's the right things of order. Because if someone is born rich, if everyone is born rich, then that's the foundation that we have to provide to everyone. And how can it be done? It's by the modification of social conditions. So if everyone is born rich, and everybody has equal opportunities, everybody has the same kind of childhood, everybody has same kind of the job potential. Like, if everything is same, you are providing the, especially the basic childhood experience in the similar manner. And if after like 20, 40, 60 years, if someone dies poor, yes, then that is completely fine. Then we can say that the person has not made hasn't made much about his life and his or her life, and they just couldn't grow themselves in a very influential manner, and they had to leave the world earlier than others. So if they die poor, it's completely fine. But if we assume that if someone is born poor, that's where the main problem is. And if someone dies rich, I think that's a huge injustice to every person who is born, because then it is not a fair game. So I think it's not simple, but it is possible. It's just a matter of social conditions. Like, if we could provide the same social conditions, like politicians can do that, they can do so many things. They will do, like, whatever suits them, but they can do this social equality as well, just to make a big difference in the world. I think that's what I wanted to say.